Hola Florencia, hola Aureliano, hola Julia. I'm a little bit weary tonight. I'm really tired actually. Do you know what time I was up this morning? I was up um, at 1:30 a.m. That is so early. To take Daddy to the airport, to Heathrow Airport, because right now Dad's flying back to Quito. He should be in the air between Amsterdam and Quito as I'm talking. Um, so that's exciting, isn't it? It'll be great to see Dad. He was really looking forward to seeing you, I know. Um, and I was really sad to see him go because he's my he's my little boy still, and he was my firstborn child. So he was my Julia, who was my first grandchild. Um, and you always have a bit of a special affinity for your first child, maybe. I mean, you love them all, just to say. But your first one, well, it's all you and everything else. Anyway, I'm going to miss him, but I'm very pleased that he'll be with you and you'll be able to see Dad and spend some time with him. It's been such a long time that he's been in England, and this dreadful COVID, I don't know when it's going to end. There's uh, there's more people catching it in England again now because we have a new variant, the so-called Indian variant, and I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be sad because it's great that Tom, Daddy, is on his way home to you, and although I'll miss him, um, it will be. I'll see him soon, and I'll see you soon. I hope. Hopefully, I will. So I'm quite happy, really. Kind of an early night, but I'm quite happy. And today I've got a book for you. It's called Mr. Happy. Wow, look at that smile. Uh, that's how you do a happy face, isn't it? When you want to do a happy face, you let me see if I can draw. There's a face. We've got an eye, and another eye, and a nose. Now, if we want to make him happy, we just do a big smile like that. He looks happy, doesn't he? However, if we did a whoops, where are we? If we did a face like that, look how sad he looks. Isn't it amazing that just that difference between an upward smile and a downward smile sort of makes all the difference. I know you can do that when you draw pictures, can't you? Anyway, here's Mr. Happy. What would we call him in Spanish? Would we call him Señor Contento or Señor Feliz? That might work, mightn't it? What do you think? You can speak Spanish better than I can, so you should be able to tell me. Anyway, there's Mr. Happy, and look at that smile. Now, on the other side of the world, where the sun shines hotter than here, and where the trees are 100 feet tall, there is a country called Happyland. As you might expect, everybody who lives in Happyland is happy as the day is long, as a saying. Wherever you go, you see smiling faces all around. It's such a happy place that even the flowers seem to smile in Happyland. Imagine flowers are little faces. And as well as all the flowers being happy, all of the animals are happy as well. If you've never seen a mouse smile, or a cat, I haven't, or a dog, never seen Holly smile, but she does wag a tail, or even a worm, never seen a worm look happy. Go to Happyland. That worm looks happy, doesn't he? So this is a story about someone who lives there, who happened to be called Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy was fat and round and happy. He lived in a small cottage beside a lake at the foot of a mountain and close to a wood in Happyland. One day, while Mr. Happy was out walking through the tall trees in those woods near his home, he came across something which was really rather extraordinary. There, in the trunk of one of the very tall trees, was a door. It wasn't a very large door, but nevertheless it was a door. Certainly a door. A small, narrow, yellow door. Definitely a door. I wonder who lives here, thought Mr. Happy to his happy self. And he turned the handle of that small, narrow, yellow door. The door wasn't locked, and it swung open rather easily. Just inside the small, narrow, yellow door was a small, narrow, winding staircase leading downwards. Mr. Happy squeezed his rather large body through the rather thin doorway and began to walk down the stairs. The stairs went round and round and down and down and round and down and down and round. Eventually, after a long time, Mr. Happy reached the bottom of the staircase. He looked around and saw there in front of him another small, narrow door. But this one was red. Mr. Happy knocked at the door. "Who's there?" said a voice. It was a sad, squeaky sort of voice. "Who's there?" Mr. Happy pushed open the red door slowly, and there, sitting on a stool, was somebody who looked exactly like Mr. Happy, except he didn't look happy at all. In fact, he looked downright miserable. Oh dear. "Hello," said Mr. Happy. "I'm Mr. Happy." "Oh, are you indeed?" sniffed the person who looked like Mr. Happy but wasn't. "Well, my name is Mr. Miserable, and I'm the most miserable person in the world." "Why are you so miserable?" asked Mr. Happy. "Because I am," replied Mr. Miserable. Dear. "How would you like to be happy like me?" asked Mr. Happy. "I'd give anything to be happy," said Mr. Miserable. "But I'm so miserable I don't think I could ever be happy," he added miserably. Mr. Happy made up his mind quickly. "Follow me," he said. "Where to?" asked Mr. Miserable. "Don't argue," said Mr. Happy. and he went out through the small, narrow, red door. Mr. Miserable hesitated and then followed. Up and up the winding staircase they went, up and round and round, and up and round and round and up, until they came out in the wood. Follow me, said Mr. Happy again, and they both set off through the wood back to Mr. Happy's cottage. Mr. Miserable stayed in Mr. Happy's cottage for quite some time, and during that time, do you know, the most remarkable thing happened. Because he was living in Happyland, Mr. Miserable ever so slowly stopped being miserable and started to be happy. His mouth stopped turning down at the corners. Oh, look, it's straight, isn't it? And ever so slowly, it started turning up at the very edges. And eventually, Mr. Miserable did something that he'd never done in the whole of his life. He smiled, and then he chuckled, which turned into a giggle, and became a laugh. A big, booming, hearty, huge, giant, large, enormous laugh. And Mr. Happy was so surprised that he started to laugh as well, and both of them laughed and laughed. They laughed until their sides hurt and their eyes watered. Mr. Miserable and Mr. Happy laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. They went outside and still they laughed. And because they were laughing so much, everybody who saw them started laughing as well. Even the birds in the trees started to laugh just at the thought of somebody called Mr. Miserable who couldn't stop laughing. You can't tell which is which now, can you? They both look happy. And that's really the end of the story, except to say that if you ever feel as miserable as Mr. Miserable used to feel, you know exactly what to do, don't you? Just turn your mouth up at the corners. Go on. I don't know. It's not bad advice. It's not always easy, is it? If you're miserable, sometimes you've got a good reason to be miserable. You can't be happy there. Oh, where are we? We've just done this book. That's Mr. Happy, and I've put a cross there, so we know that we've read that. And look at all these Mr. Men books that we've read now. Can you count them with me? I really am now. How good are you at counting? Pretty good, I think. I know Julia's very good. I suspect Florencia's got a few numbers, but not too many. I really are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, we've done 10. 10 Mr. Man books. That's pretty good going, I think. But look how many there are still to read. I don't know whether we'll ever get them all read. There's such a lot, aren't there? There are. Maybe we'll keep plugging away. I've got a few more in the series, and I'll read those for you over the next week or so. And sometimes they have them in the RSPCA shop in Whittlesea, and if they see them, I'll keep a lookout. And if I see them, I'll get some that we've not got. I hope you're enjoying them. Do let me know. I'm not seeing any pictures of Mr. Man. Don't know whether you're a bit busy at the moment to draw them, but it would be good to see them. I've not said hello to Arthur and Saoirse in this video um, because they're staying with me and Mama at the moment. They're having a little holiday with us, which is nice. It's been a beautiful day today as well. It's been really sunny and warm, lovely. So, so Arthur and Saoirse won't be having this book this evening because they're already in bed. And I read 3 books to them. I read them Curious George. That's Saoirse's favourite book at the moment, Curious George. Do you remember that one? It's there's a little monkey that you have to find, and different things you have to find on every page. She loves it. She's had it about 5 times today. I don't know, when you love something, you really love something. And we also had There Were Giants. Do you remember that one? About the little girl growing up. She lives with her brother John, her sister Jill, mum and dad, and Uncle Tom. It starts off when she's a little baby, and it finishes when she's fully grown, got married, and she's got a baby of her own. It's quite a nice, touching book, I think. So we had that one, and finally we had the Richard Scarry book, How Things Work. Arthur loves that. He likes to spot lowly worm. That's the favourite thing, isn't it? Lowly worm. And we did, what did we do today? We did, I know. It was the train journey when the pig family go and see their cousins, and they go on the overnight train in the sleeping car. It's quite a good story. So, I'll see you soon. Nos vemos pronto. And lots 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 of love to everybody. I miss you very, 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 very much. And I love you very, 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 very much. And I hope to see you soon. Stay well. Give Daddy a big hug when he arrives, and tell him Wei misses him, and got nobody to watch bikes with now. And I'll see him soon. I'll see you all soon, I hope. Bye bye. And I'm going to send this to Saoirse and Arthur. So bye bye. Night night, Saoirse and Arthur as well. I'll see you soon. I know that. Bye bye. Bye bye.